guys, a couple of minutes late here, but we are still looking at a very red banter bubbles. Things have been melting down a little bit. I saw last night we had a bit of a dip while we were sleeping. BTC had a little bit of a sneeze there again, and it dropped into our nice level that we were looking at yesterday. We had 26,950. I was looking for a little bit lower than that, but I wanted to see it board up a lot quicker. But what they did was they dropped it into that region, and now they're just sitting around. So we're going to take a closer look at BTC and try and figure out, was that the bottom of the move? Are things going to start turning now? And what are we doing with these alts? Because I saw when we had that BTC drop in the middle of the night, it dropped about 2%. And a lot of alts that I was watching that were sitting on these nice areas also dropped about 2%. They held their areas really nicely. And that was when we saw the dominance was coming down when BTC was dropping. So things are looking interesting at the moment. Let's pull up this BTC quickly. This is our BTC 4 hour, and I was just on Run Show now, just going through these levels. So for those of you that weren't there, we are right now looking at this is a critical area here. This is the fun line basically for BTC that I'm looking at currently. This trend coming up here. So we are just hanging on to this region, and I mean the next major area that we're watching for BTC and a major zone where we should get a nice bounce is this 26,388. At the 618 fib, but also in the middle we do have a little something here. We got a Lux Algo order block, and I've got the 50-day MA coming up here. So possible scenario that I'm looking at leading into CPI maybe is a little meltdown again. Just give us that little drop we were looking for, and just cancel out and take out some of those stops. And then maybe fire us up. So that's my bullish scenario that I'm looking at. The bears are going to say, well, we're going to drop down. It's going to be a slow bleed. And the bears are then going to look for a slow bleed and a rejection there, and then a move to these areas. And they want to come back and say to us, oh, well, we were just playing this range here. This is a 25,300 range that we wanted to play the whole time. So, you know, these are the options we need to look for. The bulls just want that quick move down and a nice little whip up, and then send these alts. I mean, these alts, a lot of them, you're going to see THETA today sitting at levels like very low levels from August. We've seen SNX, we've seen BNB. These things are maxed out at these low levels. It's either time now to start moving up, or we're dumping, we're going to new levels, and we're going to keep our eyes on dominance for that. Trade wise today, what do we have for you? Well, we've got TRB that Bruce is looking at. We're both watching it on the trend. I think Bruce might have taken it already. I've got WLD, which broke trend on the 1 hour. It's now consolidating into a flag, so that could be a nice opportunity for us. I've got a theta long, looks like it's building on Lux Algo for you guys, so we're going to look at that. And then David is also looking at some shorts, so we're pushing DYDX, STMX, link into potential short areas that we're going to be looking for. So there's a lot of options here, guys. Let us know in the chats as well which tokens you want us to see. And guys, don't forget, I'm also happy to look at some stocks for you guys. So those of you are interested in stocks, let us know in the chats what kind of stocks you want us to see. I'm happy to start looking at them for you. Right, guys, let's look at this WLD quickly. So as you can see, this is the WLD 1 hour, and we've been tracking this one for quite a few hours now, and it broke trend, and it's forming this nice little flag here. You can see we had a little 382 pullback onto horizontal, so this is sort of the first stop for WLD, but I want to just see some type of consolidation here before this next push up. Resistance areas I'm looking for, guys, 1.66 and 1.74, and that will take us up to that 618 at that region. So WLD is now on my hot watch list. We're looking for this buy on any pullbacks for a push higher. Then with regards to TRB, Bruce and I are both watching this one. So right now I'm watching this trend. Bruce, I believe, is in it already, so we're going to bring him up just now. He's going to explain his thinking behind that one. So we'll get him in here in a sec. Let's look at Solana. So I'm still sitting in a Sol long. I mentioned yesterday I was in a Sol long. I don't want to miss a move, so I'm in a small Sol long here, waiting for BTC to decide what the hell it wants to do. If we do get some more downside on Sol, guys, this is still in play. The 200-day MA is still in play here. Some horizontal stuff going on, and then the big level for me is still this 20.3 region that we're looking for. And then we saw something nice here. We had GMX. For those of you that like GMX, we had such a nice 618 bounce here on GMX. So this is now on our hot list here. We had the 50-day MA. You saw what we were looking for yesterday, and a lot of these alts, we wanted this little sort of double bottom setup, and we seem to have picked that up on a few now, and I'm going to show you a couple of others as well. So GMX now, target wise, guys, this thing is moving. We're looking for a reaction here at trend 37. So this is our area now. Let's look for a reaction here. The bears might want to step in at trend and horizontal and send it back lower, and the bulls, well, you know what you need to do. You need to be a little bit patient now. If you didn't get that one lower down, you need to now wait for GMX. Let it do its thing. Let it push up. Let's see how it's going to cook itself there over the next while. RUNE, those of you on the Banter Discord, you would have just got your alarms. Now remember, guys, last week we were talking about a lot of FUD on RUNE. So we do need to be careful. Hopefully, guys in the chats, if you can let us know an update on the RUNE situation. I think it was Nick in the chats on Friday talking to us about RUNE. But those of you in the Banter Discord, guys, your alarm would have gone off. This is a typical 786 bounce on horizontal. So get this onto your watch list now. Keep your eyes on RUNE. This might be another little situation for us where we get that move up to this resistance zone. So I'm watching this closely. Stop wise, you know, you'd look at under the 786, or you'd look at under that previous candle potentially. So eyes on RUNE right now. We're going to watch this throughout the session. Nakamoto Games, guys. I know Matt was saying this thing was dumping, and look at the size of the dump that we got out of this guy. We had what was this, about a 14% move straight into horizontal. So this is now on our watch list territory now. We might get a nice long teeing itself up here on Nakamoto Games. First area, as you know, guys, 382 and horizontal is always a nice one to watch. But if we have to be a little bit realistic about things, let's look at this rising trend here as a second option. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing sort of melted down into this region, into a nice 618 and trend area for us. So there's a potential long brewing here on Nakamoto. I think just be patient. Let's see how high this bounce takes us. That might give us a trend to work with, and then we can potentially just track it lower, guys. And again, if it bounces up and it starts pushing higher, then we'll look for new entries. We'll let it consolidate. We'll figure out how to do it. But right now, I think just give it some time. I like this trend here at the bottom. Right, let's get some of the guys in here. Let's get in Dave and Bruce. Welcome.
Hola.
I still don't know if my round of applause button works. I mean, I can hear it in my ears, but let us know in the chats if you can actually hear the button, because we think you guys can hear it.
Yeah. It goes in and out.
Rodolfo says he needs more dump. I hope you're talking about Nakamoto Games.
I'm with Rodolfo on that one.
Yeah.
Look, I like this Nakamoto, guys. I think it could be a good one. Did you hear that story we were talking about on Run Show 5 minutes ago with this SBF and the $20 million story?
No. Oh.
Really?
Really?
Guys, if anyone's in the chats, were you watching this thing now on Run Show? Let us know. But apparently she was paid. She was paid $20 million bonus to do some stuff. So let us know in the chats. We found that hilarious, guys. But right, we can't go long or short Caroline, yeah? So let's look at some.
Oh.
Okay, so Dave, I've got STMX as well. I'm glad you said you're looking for a short. So we were teeing this one up on the Banter Discord earlier. Potentially trend and 618 rejection. Are you looking at the same thing as me here?
Yeah, I mean, last week we had called the STMX short, and it was the wrong trend line, and so we identified the new trend line. I think it was Friday. Whenever we were saying, hey, this looks like a potential short, posted it on Discord, and seeing how the market opened with Asia session and STMX. I mean, as soon as it opened, I was watching it, and STMX pumped 2% right away. I was considering a sneaky long at that point, but Bitcoin was looking bearish. But yeah, I am looking at that same trend line for a potential rejection and to enter that short.
Okay. Cool. So guys, STMX, remember last time we tried our short once, didn't work. We hit it the second time, bang, that thing really came down hard. So look, I like it. I like the way it responds to these 618s. Let's keep our eyes on this 618 here. Let's see how we go. You know, if we get that push up, little fake out, definitely something to watch. I think we can get a move back, and then targets again, guys. This order block 0.00615. I think we can get a good one there. Shane said Dylan said yes. We were talking about these shirts where you go to Thailand and you buy these shirts. It says, "I'm not gay, but $100 is $100." I mean, he paid her 20 million. I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. Okay, Led said STMX short was at a monthly open at New York Open. Okay, BLZ is close to its 618. Augustine says,
Check
yeah.
out.
So we're going to look at that. Okay, Bruce, let's talk about this TRB. I was quite excited when I told you I was watching it, and you said you're going for it. So do you want to show us your chart quickly? Let's see if there's something here for us.
Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward. Price came up, retested, it broke through this one, and is retesting. It seems to just be operating in a stair-step fashion. I personally always look for patterns, and it's drawing a nice pattern. So if it behaves itself, it'll do this again. We'll see. But it's at a pretty strong support area at the 618, and it's just coming up to the trend. I got in just to show you. I didn't get exactly where I wanted it, but hold on. Come on. There we go. So I got in on that candle right over there, right at the bottom, that red doji right there. I just got in right after that, and so we're up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised, if price doesn't come down, retest down here again before doing something. But I just got a small entry there. Next one would be if it comes down to this trend line, that's a good option. If it breaks out of that right over there, that's a good option. And if it comes back and retests over there after breaking out, that's the best option. So if it comes back and retests, that's where I'll add on.
Okay, so you're in a small burner position because you like the look of the setup. You're going to add when we get more. Yeah, so when there's more conviction or there's a break or a retest, then you can look at adding more. Okay, nice. So exactly. Big picture, I was looking at 4 hour. Yeah, I'm waiting for that trend break, guys. Remember the size of the move we got on Friday. So just be patient, keep it on your list. That might still be a hot token to play with. We might not get those massive moves again, but we might get, a 5, 10, 15% move quite easily on TRB. So, we're going to keep this on our hot list for the next while it's still hot. Just like we do with Wild. We've added it to our lists, and guys, keep this on the table because we want to chase these hot coins that are giving us something, even when BTC is just killing us and being very. So we want to keep hunting these. And guys in the chats, I want to thank somebody. There was this lady, 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗃𝗧. Let me show you 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗃𝗧. She woke me up last night. She pinged me on Twitter.
Really?
She said, "Dude, wake up, Cass is in play." So I longed it. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
So thanks for that, guys. Remember, we're a team. I don't mind if you ping me on Twitter and you tell me there's a breakout. Let us know in the chat if you're trading something cool. We want to work on this all together, guys. So after she pinged me, just blind long Cass, because that's what we do. And then I went back to my chart and fiddled around with some trends and things, and you can see it made perfect sense what she was saying. So thanks for waking me up there this morning at 2 a.m. or whenever it was. We've got a trend 618 bounce. Let's just get there we go. Trend 618 on Cass. We had a nice reaction here. Right now it's rejecting 50-day MA and horizontal. Okay, so we've got a rejection at the moment. So we're watching this trend closely here for Cass. Guys, remember, we lose this bullish trend and things start getting deep here. We're looking at 33. Okay, so don't think 33 is not possible on Cass. Look at this. 200-day MA, 382 major trend. Okay, so 33 is a possibility. But right now, Cass is in a bounce area. And so thanks for that. If you are 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗃𝗧, if you are in the chats, shot for that. But guys, really, tag us all in Twitter. If you're seeing breakouts, if you're seeing setup, let us know, because if it's good stuff, we'll bring it on the show. So you know, if there's an opportunity for all of us to do something or make some money, we'll do it on the show. Okay, cool. Matt says target for TRB. Let's see what our TRB target is. Bruce, did you have a target in mind?
Yes, actually I did. It's I'm looking at the possible is the recent high, which is 54.074. So I'm going to target right now 57.234 is my current target.
Nice. Okay, that's a big one.
Yeah.
57.
I don't want to go depending on the market.
Okay, so guys, there we go. I've marked out a couple of targets for TRB, and then 57 is the big dog that Bruce has got higher up. But if this thing does start moving, guys, if it starts moving, be disciplined, okay? TP, or at least manage your stops and things like that. And yeah, just play it cool, guys. Don't like ape into stuff. The market, we got to be careful. We'll know when the signals are there. When we're ready to pile in properly into these altcoins, we're going to pile in. So just be careful for now. Black Sail says bullseye. Can do AVAC. Loom just listed on Binance. Yeah, I see Loom. Loom might be a BTC project or so. I mean, or on the BTC chain or something. Yeah. Okay, so guys, let's give Dave. Oh, Bruce has got Curve. Dave has got Dave. You're going to do DYDX and guys, render. We're gonna
have a debate about that.
Yeah. So yes, let's talk about this thing because Bruce wants to be long render. Dave and I like a short on render. I put this on the Discord. Let us know in the chat who's short. I know there were a couple of people yesterday short. Arctic Trading is short. Simon is here. Oh, look, he's here.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
How are you?
Hola.
How are you?
Hola.
How's it?
Okay,
how's it going?
so we're just dealing with this render situation. So we got a lot of guys saying render short, and you can see why, guys. It's starting to make sense. It's pushing into the 200-day. It's just wicked up to the 618, which we highlighted yesterday as a potential resistance area. So those of you who are short render, so far so good. It's in play. It's now lost the 200-day MA for now, so this could be resistance as well. And let's see how we go. If we start drifting down, you'll bang in your trend there and you'll follow it. Now, tell us why we can be long as well. I want to hear.
All right. So, do you want to bring up my chart? I can draw it.
Yeah. Guys, remember, this is TA. Whatever our bias is on the day, we can figure it out, to sway us either way. So I'm very excited to hear Bruce's opinion here.
So it's broken through the moving average right there. It's 200. It lost it. It came back to this trend line right there. And there's a pretty historical support level, resistance level there. So it's right now deciding. My long is simply if it breaks above cleanly, and it comes back and retests, there's your long right there.
Perfect. Okay, lovely. Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, guys, we can flip bullish when the information in front of us changes. So if things do turn bullish, you know what to do. You need to wait for that retest, look for the support, and then catch your long. Okay, nice. That makes perfect sense. Shab says render weekly RSI near the top. Yeah, that's sometimes these RSIs can stay at the top for a very long time as well, guys. So remember, we use all these indicators together to help us make our decision.
If Simon can dig into this part, but you'll notice the price is right in an order block right now.
I'm on render right now. Yes.
Give us a render opinion on Lux Algo, and then I want to hit you guys with a theta setup on Lux Algo that I'm liking as well.
Okay.
Do you want me to share?
Yeah. Where's your
it's probably going to take. It's going to take straight over. Hang on. Here we go. There we go. Right, render. Yeah. So I was actually charting this one earlier on Discord, and we were basically of the opinion that I'm on the 1 hour, Let me just pull up the paintbrush. Someone just mentioned about the RSI on the weekly. I noticed that the hourly, which is where we are now, was about 72. It was actually, I mean, the weekly is only at 56. I think someone just called it was getting quite high. I don't think we're there just yet. But on the hourly, it's certainly, look at that. It just turned down while we were talking. So there's every opportunity that this cash flow will slow down, run downhill a little bit, and then the price will start to kind of hit this trend line again. That's what I think will probably happen. And then if we lose it, that's when we enter the short. So I'm actually watching to see what happens when we hit this trend line.
Okay, so you basically, yeah, okay, same trend line that Bruce has. Look, aggressive short entry, guys, is on those wicks up into these big areas where you get that first one. The next short entry, loss of trend and retest. So there's multiple ways. The same way we enter longs, into shorts. There's multiple options always.
Just looking.
Augustine says Maker broke out of a descending wedge. Yes, it's busy retesting right now. I've got this Maker chart for you guys. I'm ready to show it. Rodolfo says pure gold, Simon.
Says what? Sorry?
Pure gold. Guys,
oh, okay.
if you like _Algo, the first month is free. Is that correct? It's 30 days.
So the cheapest way to do it is actually to buy the first 3 months. Works out as $47 per month, and then at day 29 you can just go for the refund if you really want. But this has paid for itself 15 times over.
You get it for a month. If you hate _Algo, then you cancel it and it's free, right?
Exactly.
Okay. You guys see what we do with it. It's so critical to how we trade. We don't use it as our only. Well, Simon uses it sometimes for his only thing. He's excellent with it. I like
not always.
to mix, with my TA just to confirm a couple of things. So, guys, there's a _Algo link. It's 30% off in the Discord. I'm not in the Discord. In the, what do we call this? The description here. Under the video. So have a look. Darren says _Algo is the best. Cool, guys. Well, let's look at this. Let's look at this Maker chart quickly. What am I? Maker. Yeah. So Maker was sitting on this lovely area, guys. This 382 for a while. It's been here. What is this? The 8 hours. So it's been sitting here since basically Sunday. We've been watching this area, and now we do have a trend break and a retest. So this is 8 hours. So who was talking about it in the chat there? Augustine. Let's look. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so he's called this retest. Lovely. Look at that. Okay, so here's your Maker break and retest. This is the 1 hour. Let's clean up this trend. He likes it there, I would say. What do you guys think?
Maker's been pretty bullish. I mean, that looks nice. Yeah.
So we long this thing.
What's the ticker? Is it MKR? I'm gonna have a look.
MKR.
MKR. Let's have a look. MKR.
This is the 1 hour. Let's see. We want to see this move up, guys. So I do like the look of this thing. Now we know Maker does like to move. Okay.
It's bearish present.
Here's an inverse head and shoulders potentially here, guys, that we could be expecting. So could get something along those lines. Okay, let's look out for that.
Yeah.
I do like this retest here. I do like this level. I do like this support here. So this is your first sort of area, 1.385 potential support. Then what you guys can do is, if you look at this inverse head and shoulders, we can look for a fib and horizontal that's going to tie in. Well, that's the 382 right there. Okay, so that 382 is right. 1385. That's your 382 support. And then, guys, you can look for levels under clusters of candles. So these are support areas that you can look for. Okay, but potential 1 hour break here. Target wise, let's go targets here. We can look for, okay, first target, this guy. Then we've got 1440, and then we've got this lovely horizontal here at 1495. So there's a couple of targets there. If Maker's going to move now, this retest is underway. So Augustine, well spotted. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I like that.
_Algo's giving something as well. We've got some bearish divergence present on the 1 hour, and also a take profit from the previous long as well. So it could be gearing up for that retest.
Mixed signals. Yeah. Mixed signals. Order block down here. 1369 as potential support.
If you look at it, the 1 hour, the last 4 candles played out the bearish divergence already. So depending if it stops, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 1 hour candles that responded to that.
Okay.
Kind of cool.
Well, eyes on Maker, guys. Trend retest underway currently.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. I haven't traded Maker in ages.
I've never traded it. Yeah, Josh in the comments has said that someone's mic is tweaking. I'm getting some feedback as well from somebody. I'm not sure who it is.
Kind of cracking going on there.
Yeah.
Let me do some muting here. Let's figure it out by default. There, with Dave. Okay. Bruce, you back. Dave, your mic is a little bit scratchy. See what you can do there. Okay, guys, I'm just drawing a list of tokens we're going to do for you. Dave's going to also take us through Link and STMX. Dave, when you're ready, you can do that for us.
Still cracking?
A little bit, but
I'm going to switch mics then.
okay, switch mics. Let's carry on. Let's go through THETA, guys. Lux Algo set up on THETA that I've been playing around with. Let's pull it up. Okay, so there's a couple of things I was looking at. THETA is at these range lows from August. Okay, so we've had this massive move down, support here, support. Look, we had this nice little double bottom, push up, support. Is this a potential double bottom now for THETA? Are we going to push up? So that's the question I'm asking myself. I'm looking at THETA here at these range lows, potential double bottom in play. Is BTC going to hold now and push up? There's a lot of questions. We're watching dominance. We're doing all these things, but you know, the chart's telling us we're at range lows. Okay, and the best opportunities for longs come at like range lows. The best opportunities for shorts come at range highs. Eventually these do break, and then we deal with the next area. So, you know, THETA, we were joking about this yesterday, but we lose this type of area on THETA. The next major area is 0.4. Okay, so we can more than make up a trade loss with THETA if we do get that entry at 0.4 at a later date. So I quite like the look of this THETA currently, and then I started getting stuck into some Lux Algo stuff, and I saw we are sitting in quite a big order block here, 30% order block. Simon, you hidden there behind the chat. Okay, so there's a 30% order block here with a nice thick red band. Okay, so that's interesting to me at this range low. Then we've pulled up the clouds, the special clouds, and I've got my first X, I've got my second X. So now I'm thinking, well, you know, it might be a reversal coming. And then I'm looking on the 4 hour, I'm looking at the oscillator down here, and I see this has slowly started to turn up again. So momentum may be coming back into THETA. So yeah, so what am I seeing here? I'm seeing major range low support. I'm seeing Lux Algo saying potential TP for all the shorters, okay, that were short from 0.68. It's saying potentially slowing down, and we're also in a large order block. So that is my bullish case for THETA here, where we are currently. Simon.
Yep.
What do you
I
think?
can offer you something on the A tower if you want to pull my screen up. I can offer you a look on the 8 hour. Okay, cool. So very simply, I'm just really confirming what you just said. We have a previous short playing out. We had our first take profit. We probably, from the looks of it, are going to flatten out beautifully in a minute. I mean, as you say, this is a range low. The bottom sort of wicks are around that 0.5. I would have thought by the time that this has become completely horizontal and started to turn up, we will be somewhere around there, and you'd expect the second X to kind of come in here somewhere. So somewhere around there. I see that the green band has actually turned down, so it might be that it sort of goes to that shape instead of where it is now. So oh, there's the second X. Look at that.
Oh, did it
Just appeared.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We just said it was coming. There is the second X. So very important to remember, we got 14 minutes until this candle closure. And Lux Algo, guys, only prints on candle closure. All right. So this will probably disappear again mid-sentence. But the fact is, the second take profit has come. This is beautifully flattened out. Cash flow is starting to turn back in again. I think you've hit the ball right on the head there, Dylan.
Yeah. So I'm just feeling this level, guys. Listen, it's a range low from August. If it fails, your price to pay is your stop loss. Okay, that's your price, your invitation to the party. You get another entry way lower down at 40 cents. I just like the look of the setup, and we're seeing a lot of these alts, guys. They're holding these supports now. That dominance actually came down a little bit. So yeah, it's worth taking note. Let's put it that way. Keep it on your watch list. Even a little feeder position. Crack in that trend. Let me show you this trend. Get this trend going. You know, so if you're not happy down here in these areas, let it break trend. We know we're going to possibly get a rejection there anyway. You'll get your retest. Then, you know, zone by zone, we can see how this could possibly play out for THETA on the way back up. Okay, so yeah, guys, good luck. This chart is on the Discord. It should be. I updated it earlier today. Bruce, there's a lot of talk about super. Did you do some magic yesterday with super?
Well, I drew something. We can take a look at it and see what we did yesterday, and it's kind of interesting and weird. So sure.
Interesting and weird. Did it just pump?
Yeah, well, look at, I mean, a bunch of candles yesterday did, but super just did it. So my setup was it was going to reject off the 50-day moving average and started short. And it did that, right? Because it was yesterday, right there. Yeah, right there. Thought it was going to come down, bounce, come down. It did. And then it did this. Huge candle, wicked up. And then, I mean, look at the candle it's printing right now.
Oh, as a return, can you zoom in there? I can't see it very well. Has it pulled back down or is it going up there?
Yes, it's pulled all the way. It pumped all the way up. It printed kind of a doji and then did it again. And it's
God,
can't make up its mind. There's a battle going on.
Wow.
So that's what moving average is that? Is that the 50?
Yeah, it's 50 day.
Okay.
Trying to
Look for
break
support
it.
around there, guys. Look for support there. Look at that horizontal. See if you get support.
exactly.
I just don't like the selling like this, Bruce. Like when they sell it like that.
Yeah, if it settles down and finds support right above the 50, that this is on the 4 hour, by the way. Let's just zoom in just a bit. Yeah, look what it's doing. It's consolidating. Right.
Okay, so eyes on super, but guys,
Yeah.
The selling like that makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guys. Look, we did speak about the super. I'm sure I said it was a shit coin.
We spoke. We must. Dylan, you must have spoken about this about a week or 10 days ago because my chart's still marked up from when we spoke.
Yeah, this is from yesterday, Simon. This is funny.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Okay.
So,
welcome
guys,
to crypto.
Elongate. Elongate. PYR on the hodl range, yes. PYR gaming stuff. Rodolfo loves PYR, I know. Let me just pull it up again for you one more time. I know you guys know this range now. We've shown you many times. We were saying fundamentally, if everything's good with PYR, there's no reason why you shouldn't at least be DCAing at these levels. With this token, look at this thing banging into these massive range lows.
Wow, yeah.
You know, we don't get these very often. You know, the last time I saw ranges like this was Link and DYDX in December 22. We were at these like absolute lows, and then we had these like mega moves up. So look, PYR from range low at 2.7. 70% to those highs potentially. Yeah, guys, look, there's a lot of selling here. We need to understand what the story is, but that's what I'm saying. Fundamentally, if the project is okay, this is your DCA area. Fine, if you lose levels and you go lower, well, you know, if the project's good, it's going to recover. But look at the size of this range. They don't really want to exit the areas. So
this is fantastic for when you've got like a Bybit grid bot running. I had one of these running for about a year on Dogecoin. I picked up 45% more tokens for free. This PYR token is absolutely perfect. You can see the range really clearly. You know, you cramming 50 bots in that tiny space, you're going to make some serious token gains. It's a good strat for this sort of ranging token.
Okay, let's look at Woo. We had somebody asking about Woo. Dave, whenever you're ready, you're very quiet there.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. Whatever. Is my mic sound better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do this Woo situation, and then you're going to tell us how you're going to zero.
Okay.
Potentially. So Woo, we've obviously looked at before. I see we had a little trend break, but then a lot of just up and down in the middle there. So if you bought that trend break, you are still basically just break even. I mean, how's this? Okay, so let's look at that. There's some horizontal here that we're watching. We know that this area is a major region down here. We know this area 0.152 is quite a big zone. So that's a nice support area to watch. Short-term trade as well. We're looking at horizontal support. This candle looks a little bit undecided here, guys. Let's go into the 4 hour. Dave, is our music ready?
Almost. I got to do those tweaks that you asked for, and then master the track, and then
DJ Dave has made us some backing tracks, guys, so we'll have different music to play in the background. Keep us on. And one of our fans actually made me a song, a Bull Run song. He's a guitarist. He's loaded on YouTube. It's pretty awesome.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, it's like an intro.
You should share the link. You should share the link.
Yeah, I got to find that link. He sent it to me on Twitter. It sounds pretty awesome. It's got like a horse going on and a little bit of guitar. No, it's cool. Oh no, it's a bull. It's a bull, I think.
A horse.
A horse
run. The horse run, yeah.
Woo. Let's just try and get our heads around this thing. Yeah. Okay. So here's our range high for Woo. So we're looking at the Woo 4 hour. We want to just see if we can play in this range. If we pull a fib from this low to this high, just to get an idea as to what's going on. Okay, there's a little bit of 6180 helping it here on support. Okay, a little bit of that. Okay, so yeah, Woo, look for these moves lower. Maybe look at that if you want to be long. Yeah, it depends on conviction you have for this thing, what type of setup it is. Is it a DCA vibe? Is it a leverage trade? Yeah, if it's leverage, probably try and zoom in here a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not liking this really that much, unless you wait for lower, guys. 0.163, that sort of region. Maybe buy deep moves into that. But yeah, there's your range. So if it does bounce off that range, you're going to look for a move like that, 14%, and lower down you're looking at about 7% down to this major support zone. So yeah, potential longs 0.163. Okay, Dave, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So I'll keep it simple. You guys see this yellow trend line here? That was the trend line we were following on Bitcoin. We lost that last night, and you could see how this new white trend line that I've drawn is in play, and RSIs are now pointing down on the hourly. So I'm kind of seeing something like this. Why am I looking for that? You can see here this yellow horizontal. There's a low right here that I think is going to get taken out. So ultimately, I'd like to see a bounce like in this area here, which is lining up with a point of control at 26.6 region. If the bears want to send us lower targets, I'm looking at are 26.2 and 25.8. And just to kind of keep that in perspective, That's a 5% dip. It's not very uncommon in the Bitcoin world to see some red like that. So with that being said, I've just been looking at short setups, and STMX looks really nice. If Bitcoin follows that little move up, I think STMX is going to follow the move up here as well. So I've got 2 alerts set on STMX. I've got one at 0.00686 and one at 0.00693. I'm going to take the short entry when that does happen. The next one I was looking at was Render. I think we just saw a huge rejection right now on that. But same thing. Bruce is absolutely right. We have this trend line here. It could definitely hold the trend line and pop up. But we kind of saw that same situation on Solana yesterday, where there was like a trend line. Let's see here, trend line. Yeah, it was like a trend line. I think we were following something like this yesterday, and then it just went down. So be aware of that situation. But yeah, Render, I have alerts set up here. This is the 618 region that Dylan talked about. We also have an order block. So hopefully I didn't miss it, but I'd like to see a little pop up with Bitcoin popping up, hitting that resistance line, and then taking that short. And I think we're kind of curving. We're kind of topping out at the 1 hour and the 4 hour, or 4 hours still has a little bit of ways to go. But I have my eyes on that. Link looks like it might be in the area to short it right now. I drew this on Discord on Friday, what I would have liked to see. It kind of played out a little bit differently, but it still ended up in the same target, which was the sniper zone region at the 618. We lost the trend, so every time we lose a trend, I like to change it to yellow. And so now we're kind of grazing above or the top of it, and with Bitcoin being a little bearish right now for however much of a move it's going to be, I am seeing a rollover at least down towards the moving average here, which would give us an 8% move. Not too bad. And then DYDX, we lost the trend. I turned it yellow. We were looking at that yesterday. It looked nice, right? I think there was an order block here that got eaten through. We're sitting at the sniper zone. Trend line looks perfect, but Bitcoin is not behaving. So we lost the trend. And at this point now, same situation with Bitcoin having maybe that little rise up to the trend line. I think DYDX will follow that, and then ultimately hit this support box right here, which would give us about a 10% move. And might take out this low right here as well. But yeah, Render, just to kind of recap on that, like I said, I would like to see it go higher, and a similar situation that we saw was on YGG this weekend. I kind of was eyeing it. There was a huge order block here, took a dip, and then popped back up. Was hoping for higher to enter that short, but you can see here YGG just freaking came back to earth, and it was 20% dip. So that's what I got my eyes on right now, guys. Some shorts. WLD.
So we're looking at shorts into strength. Any moves from BTC? You looking for shorts in big resistance areas? I do tend to agree. We need to look at those zones, guys.
Yeah.
CPI tomorrow. Pump into CPI. Bad CPI. Maybe a perfect shorting opportunity. Could be.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously with that dip, and when we hit those areas, we're going to be looking for long setups and some bounce areas. But yeah, WLD, nice breakout. But I am eyeing for shorts. I've drawn some potential trend lines here. The one that I would like to see would be the sniper zone region trend line here at 1.73. But we are sitting at some heavy order blocks right now on WLD. Potential short up here, but we have little ways to go. If you are in long, great. Probably another 7% move here, maybe even a wick up here, which would be an amazing short entry in my opinion. At this heavy order block, you can see 55%. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So
cool.
Pass it back to you.
Nice. Molman, we're going to get.
I have a setup that everybody's been waiting for quite a while. So whenever you're ready. I'll need drum roll too, by the way.
Wait, let me hit the round of applause. I still don't know if they can hear this thing.
Yeah, I think they can.
Anyway, so we've all been frustrated with TOMO being in the middle of the range, and everyone's going, "Oh, we can do this or that," and I'm saying, "Let's not do it in the middle of the range." Well, guess what, everybody? Finally, TOMO's coming up to the top of the range, like we hoped it would do. So I've got a trend line here with an alarm on it. Don't know exactly where it's going to peak, so just be patient. But as soon as it starts peaking down, breaking that trend line, I'll be taking a small short there. If it then retests it before it drops off, I'll add on to it. And then we're looking for a nice short down to there. So we're looking at, it's not quite ready yet, but we're looking at about, let's see, it does it from there. We're looking about, an 8% short on TOMO. So this will go right up on Discord. The alarm is already set. Keep your eyes on it. This could happen any minute, any hour. We've been waiting for this one for a while. Patience is going to pay off.
Guys, Crypto Banter Discord. I know most of you are locals here, so you know what goes on in there. But for those that are new, Crypto Banter Discord, if you are signed up to any one of the Banter links, guys, you can get access to the VIP Crypto Banter Discord. That's all my charts that I'm doing. I update them every day. Good areas, bad areas, with my thoughts behind it. David's in there updating his stuff. Bruce is there. Simon's there. Simon's doing altcoin gems. It's all happening there, guys. All you need is a Banter link, a trading link. For those of you that don't have a link, try CoinW in America. There's no KYC. So if you want to give that a go, the Americans then should be able to trade futures and things on CoinW. There's a link in the description. There's Prime XBT, guys. You see me trading gold, oil, all those things. You can do it on Prime XBT. There's a link in the description as well if you're interested in that stuff. But yeah, guys, it's all happening on the Banter Discord. Eric says he loves some TOMO Alpha. We all do.
Dylan, sorry, I'm going to have to run in just a second. Do you want me to quickly show Cass before I go? I've got a nice little setup for the guys.
I did flash the tweet that I got last night on Cass. And I longed it.
Nice.
So yeah, tell me if I made a mistake, please.
All right, you longed it. Okay, I'll just very quickly show. All right, here we go. So just to kind of, we've spoken about Kaspa a number of times on this, and I made a couple of calls. Where are we? Here and here, and then there was a third one, and all three times I said, just wait, guys, until we revisit this trend line. Obviously, we're now back at the trend line, which is perfect. We've sat here since the last time I spoke about, which was the 1st of October, so it's 10 days. We've made our way back down, and this is a very, very easy trade for me to set up. It's very simple. My stop loss is somewhere below this trend line. I put it in line with some of the previous support areas. It's a 1 to 7 or even potentially 1 to 8, depends on how high price action pushes up. But this was literally, for me, Dylan, I'm completely in agreement with you. This is a long, if I bring up Luxelgo real quick on the 4 hour, you can see that at this exact moment, we have had a previous short that's given us a take profit. I would normally say we'd probably expect another bounce before we properly go, but I'm already seeing that the RSI is firmly facing upwards and that the cash flow, the red line, was heading down, and it's now done a sharp turn like that. So I'm not sure if you guys can really see this too easily, but you can just about look at that. You can see cash was coming down. Suddenly it's sharply turned in. My only concern is that the price action hasn't really been too affected just yet. So although we're having a push up now on the RSI and the cash flow is coming in, the price has literally gone. It's still a 4% move. Okay, so it's not nothing.
Yeah.
Look, but
Cass
to me,
likes the bounce. We saw yesterday, Simon, Cass bounced on that horizontal 6%, just on the bounce. Loves a nice quick move. Came down, it bounced again today, like you said, 3-4%.
Yeah.
618.
And look, we're in this. Oh yeah, we're in this cloud perfectly, Dylan. Perfectly. You know, we've had the green cloud, We've had a take profit. We may well get another one here with a second X, just like we were talking about earlier. But to me, I just to give you guys a bit of conviction, I posted today on Discord, and just before I posted on Discord, I went long myself. So I longed somewhere around this candle. I have the same conviction that you have. I also longed. I think that this trend line will be respected. It's a very, very easy invalidation if we come to here. It's a tiny, tiny difference. And if we do, you know, we will go to the 8 hour, I think it was. No, the 8 hours looking good as well. Look at that RSI. I mean, it's going to press up, but one of the time frames, maybe it was the 1 hour. It was this one. So the RSI in the 1 hour is coming down, which is why I said that we may get the touch of the trend line. You know why this resets as well. But if it does reset and we get a break through the trend line, then all we're going to do is we'll look for a retest of the trend line. We'll look at our RSIs, we'll look at the indicators, and we'll set up a short. So at this point, I think that the long was the correct move, and I joined you as well. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
All
Well,
right.
thanks to 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓 who pinged me on Twitter this morning. I see the 4 hour stocks also turning up. Yeah, guys, look, it's leaning towards longs here. 618 bounce trend horizontal. It did reject at the 50-day MA, so we do need to know that it rejected. It's coming back to test the support again. So yeah, any deep pullbacks on CAS, if you can get CAS 0.0412, that sort of area, your stop's going to be nice and tight there. Your risk is very low, and then upside is obviously very nice on CAS.
It's limitless, but look at this trend line. It's nice now, hey? We've had 6 touches, maybe. It's a good trend line. It's a firm trend now, isn't it? And it's been established since 22nd of May. Wow. So how's that for a long-term trend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good one, thanks.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Chris is here as well in the chat. Chris, we'll get you in this week. We like some of your setups here. So we'll bring Chris in this week for 1 or 2 of his setups. I know he was shorting CAS the other day as well. I think he did quite nicely on that one. Okay, guys, in the chats, let us know what we're missing. I see ICP chart. Somebody wants to see ICP. There's quite a few requests for that. Let's take a look at ICP quickly. I remember when this thing launched on FTX. I mean, FTX was pretty new back then as well. There's a lot of excitement around this thing. Okay, so massive support here. This is the 4 hour. So this takes us back to 11th of September. So we've actually done a round trip here. If you look at BTC and a lot of these altcoins, if you pull fibs from the 11th of September, a lot of them are on 382s now, 618, 786s. This one seems to have done a full round trip, like THETA, for example. So we've got this horizontal here. Let's bang in a trend. Okay, so resistance you want to look at, range high here. ICP 3.04. That's a big level to look out for. 𝗵𝗏𝗔 is tying in very nicely. So any moves from ICP into this area look very shortable there. Something to watch. 618, 50-day MA, another nice big area with horizontal. Okay, so there's a lot of work to do for ICP. So if it does get going off this level, guys, 3.04, big resistance, 3.16, big resistance, 50-day MA, 618, horizontal. So look out for that. If we do get the break, you get the retest onto the horizontal. Look for that, push higher, okay? That's the type of plan we're trying to look for if the trend changes and we're going to go up. Downside wise, well, let's zoom out and just look downside. If we lose this area, where's ICP going? Into the abyss. That's,
Bye-bye.
guys,
Bye-bye.
yeah, it's good night basically for ICP if it does if it loses that. So I think invalidation is quite clear. There's price discovery to 0 on the way down if it doesn't hold this. Do some research on these type of coins. I don't even know. A lot of talk about ICP being an absolute shit coin. Is there still people behind it? Are there still people working on it? Find that out first. You know, you need to really know what the story is there. There was a question about how low will SOL go. So if SOL loses this area, guys, I'm looking at 20 on SOL. That's my next level. Christian wants to know if SOL's going to 16. Yeah, it's possible for sure. It just depends how ugly BTC gets and how ugly dominance gets, guys. So yeah, 20 is my next level for SOL. So if I get stopped out of this area now where I am for SOL, I'm waiting 20, or I'm waiting for a bullish move, trend breaks, retest, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris is also long CAS. So there's a lot of the sniper team here that are long CAS off the 618. Okay, cool. STORJ. Didn't we do the STORJ the other day? Okay, guys, and after the show, please let us know in the chats after the show which tokens you want us to look at, because what I'd like to do then for you is go back to the reference, see which tokens you want. I'll get them prepped for you, and we can just kick off with a lot of your tokens. So after the show, go in the comments, write the ones you're looking for, and I'm happy to look at stocks as well, guys. So if there are a couple of stocks of interest, we had that nice Facebook breakout that I was talking about on Monday. It did break out nicely, and I see Apple's going quite nicely as well. Okay, STORJ. Okay, this is some heavy selling here, guys. Okay, just hanging on to this trend. I'm going to pull a fib from this low over here, 618. Okay, it's quite clear here. If this thing doesn't hold this area, this is your level. Don't do anything to STORJ. If it loses this area here and you want to be long STORJ, don't do anything till it gets done here. You'll get a nice bounce there. Order blocks all over the place. Right now it's in an order block on the 618, and trend, that's why it's getting a reaction. But that's some big selling there, guys. They might not be done with the selling. Then lower down, look at this. We've got this nice 4-hour order block in this zone here. And we've got a 22% order block a little bit lower. So we've got 50-day MA, 200-day, we've got horizontals, we've got order block at 0.33. And right now this is bounce country, 0.41. Yeah, and then there's a weak order block here, 0.3945 to watch. Yeah, it looks like it wants to do that, really. But let's see. 618 horizontal trend. Stock is bottomed out here. Johnny wants gold. Let's give Johnny some gold. Let me just switch my camera. Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Okay. Different camera, same guy. Okay, Johnny, let's do gold. These are my targets for gold, guys. So, I mean, yeah, these moves, you have to wait. You really have to wait. Gold, oil, silver, these things, if you're trading the S&P index or whatever. Unless you're a scalper, it's a different story. But these gold things can be really rewarding. You just need patience. Sometimes you'll sit for days, for weeks, waiting for an entry. But then you get presented with an absolute banger like this. And remember, those of you that trade stocks as well, when you see gold falling over like that and you can see a gold reversal coming, well, you better go look at those gold miners. You must see what these gold miners are doing now. They're just absolutely ripping. They've done like 20-30%, some of the gold miners that we trade here. And that's just on this gold bullish stuff. So be patient. Right now we have broken through resistance. Okay, so this was our first TP zone resistance here. We've now broken through. We want to see the support hold. Next targets for gold, 1886, 1896. Those are nice sort of near-term targets that we might get to. So yeah, let's see how that plays out. Right now, you want your support at about 1860 is the region you want to see it hold there now. We want that leg up. Fahad, I looked at 𝗂𝗊. Somebody asked for 𝗂𝗊, and I was playing around with it just now. Another pump and dump situation here, Fahad. Not much to report other than 𝗂𝗊 at range lows again. This is the daily. It's just very dangerous to get caught on the wrong side of these moves. I mean, look at this. It's ridiculous. So daily support. Watch that zone. Play the range. Play the range. Again, eyes on BTC here. It will probably respond to BTC. Let's see, 11th of September. Where was that? Ooh. So we've actually lost. So remember I was saying we were pulling from the lows of BTC on the 11th of September. Well, look, it's actually lost that low. And it's gone, it's gone south. So, yeah, that's performed a lot worse than a lot of the others. Satoshi likes these shows. Thanks, bro. And there was people asking why we wear black. Well, because we just love black. I think that's the answer. We like to trade in black shirts. But you know what? If the bull runs comes and we have 3-4 weeks of green, I'll trade in a Borat costume. I don't care. You know, but right now we keep it real. We trade in black. Let's look at Meta. So this was Facebook. I was speaking about this one on Monday, and it was pushing into this resistance. So you saw, this is the weekly, guys. So Facebook was pushing through this resistance zone over here on the daily. It was, my PC's not talking to me at the moment. I'm waiting for my paintbrush. Okay,
Bitcoin's
it's not talking to me
plunging
right now.
a little bit right now. 26.9.
Okay. We're going to take a look now. Okay, so Meta on the daily, we had a breakout of trend over here. I can't get my paintbrush out for some reason, not working. We were pushing into this resistance 786 and trend, we've now broken it. So target wise, I'm interested in this 352 region as the first rejection zone for Facebook. Call it 350, and then look for this rejection. So we want to see the push up, we want to see it reject and come back down to 322. I'm struggling with my trading view. It's not talking to me. So we want to see that. That's what we want to see on Meta. So we want to see it push up and just reject in that area, and then maybe get us nice support down here at 316, and then we send it higher. Okay, let's update on. Ardo says, "Bake, bro. Every life I'll ask for bake." Okay, let's do a BTC update and then let's give you some bake. I did do bake for somebody the other day though. I think we did tackle bake.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so yeah, BTC guys, it's still sitting in the zone. Again, we just got to watch these levels and we got to watch dominance. Okay, so here's this order block. Here's the 50-day MA. So this ties us in with, what was it, 26,600 to 26,800. Still easy can go in there. Okay. Easy, take a look in this area. And then we got the big dog, the 618 at 26,300. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. Let's look at dominance. Dominance is coming down. Okay, so if BTC is dropping, we want to see this dominance dropping, because it means the alts are like, they're not just capitulating here. It means they are just coming down with BTC. So sometimes it's a little bit gentler on the alts when we see this dominance coming down. And then we try and make sure they're holding their areas there. Okay, so this might be a nice opportunity here. Let's take a look at the S&P. Let's see what that's doing. Slight rejection here. Guys, remember, we came up to fill this gap. I wanted to see it a little bit higher. And the PPI news came out. There was some economic news here in the States, or there in the States. And it came out, it was a little bit worse than expected. So I think the market wasn't super happy with it. It wasn't the end of the world, but it wasn't great, and it might be a leading indicator that CPI could be bad tomorrow. So you might see a little bit of negativity here. So this is this gap we're looking at. Normally you want to see them close the gap. They haven't filled it just yet. Dave says, don't trip. Buy the dip.
Mhm.
Buy did. Why does Garage think XRP is about to fly?
It's got a big bag of it.
What is XRP
It's a
losing
little-
level?
Yeah.
Losing level. Yeah, I don't really follow XRP. I don't track the news on it either. So those of you that track the news, you probably know all the court dates and things like that. But the easiest thing you can see here, guys, is a short opportunity. Okay, you want to sell the strength into that resistance, and then there's your target. It's really it's quite clear. Look at the support here. Okay, old support becomes resistance. Look for these shorts into these nice resistance zones. Yeah, look for a fake out. Yeah, it's looking very shorty here, guys. Very, very short. Drew says 26K is still bullish. Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I had XRP flying down. Not looking good, bro. Not looking good. Okay, Injective flying down. Guys, Injective target incoming here, huh? 7. That's what we want to see. Wait for that 7. Okay,
Yeah.
right now it's 200-day MA, it's 50-day MA, and it's horizontal. That's why it's hanging around. You can see it's holding there. Yes, Molman, I do have Tron for you. I prepared it for you. Let's see if there's order blocks on INJ. Massive order block here on the 8 hour. Not much going on that I can see on the 4 hour. I like 7. If it doesn't hold here, guys, just wait for 7. Just be patient. Seven's the number. I watched yesterday. Dylan, really wait till 70. No, we're gonna long BNB at 40. I think it's 48. I'm bullish at 48. And Tyler, I'll show you that. I'll show you that BNB. Okay, Loom is dropping as well. Let me just get the TRX out. Okay, so TRX, quite simple. I never trade this thing ever. Yeah, I mean, this is literally a first look at it. Keep it as simple as possible. Don't complicate your stuff. Horizontals, if you want to get in a sneaky long, small position here, burner entry, you know, one where you get the tightest, deepest pullback, keeps your risk lower, and then track that trend. That's your safest play. Look for the break above the horizontal. So let's make this neater. So you really want to see the break above, reject in an area like that, come back down, find support, and then go. So that's the support you want, really. That's the main trade, would be at 0.0866. So let it break, let it pull back. Sneaky longs lower down here, 0.0855, that sort of area. Anything you guys want to add here, Bruce and Dave?
It's you might want to take a look at TRBs coming right down to the bottom trend line now. So you might want to consider look at that
So
again.
we're moving into your zone.
Anyway, you were waiting on it. Everything's kind of printing a little bit of red right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I see your trend. Your trend was from there. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
It's actually dropping
So,
even more.
guys,
We should have done it.
so you might get a buy-in down here now, 46.5. Let's see, that might be a nice little sneaky buy. Again, eyes on dominance. Okay, we want to see this dominance dropping. We don't want BTC to go much. We want to see that little fast wick. Dave, how are we on the 15 minutes there? Can we pull up let's pull up a 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm staring at it right now. It's starting to pierce through.
Pierce down.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's barely piercing through, which means it's probably going to be a little bit more here.
You watch and see what it does.
Okay, I'm going to pull up the Keltner channels here. So guys, we like to watch this on the 15 minutes. Dave taught us that he likes to watch the Keltner channels on the 15 minutes to spot the reversals on BTC, and you can see it works quite nicely. That pump earlier today, you saw what happened, reversal when it stuck its head out. Yeah, Dave said it might be nice if we get this move here.
Yeah.
That could be our long stop, and this could be happening now, so this could be fun.
Yeah, from where we're at now, that's like a 1%, more than 1% of a dip.
Nick, the bull run, bro, it's the best. The best. Even like, I mean, that bull run was ridiculous. That was long, but I mean, even if you get a 3-week, 2-week, 3-week move on these cryptos, you get that sustained bullish move. You're not going to have more fun. I mean, if you like trading and you get a bullish run for a week or two, geez, guys, we're going to have fun. Yeah, I can tell you that much. Okay, here we go.
By the way, TOMO just broke trend. So for those you interested in it.
Okay, so did TOMO dip a little bit early there for us, Bruce?
Yeah, TOMO's in.
Okay,
there it goes. Go. Bitcoin, boom. It's dumping.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's look for the buyout. Let's see where we stop here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look at dominance. Come on. The silence.
You know, trade world, we all got our heads in the chart right now.
Dolphin says prepare for buying. Guys, isn't this the best? The silence, but we just love this. We're watching for this reversal now. We want to see if it gets bought up here, because that means it's hit our numbers that we were looking for. 26.7, not bad. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here. Okay. Order block, 50-day MA. Excuse the silence, everybody. TRB holding, yeah, you probably see. Let's look at some of these alts. Let's see what's going on.
A little further down.
They're holding. You see, we've got this dominance. We've got this dominance drop.
Yeah.
So this is what we want to see. Like, look at Solana. For now, it's holding. Okay, so that's why we keep our eyes on dominance. We see how serious this BTC dump is. If BTC dumps and these alts dump, then we know. But right now, you know, potential reversal coming here. Just want this to get bought up. Yeah, everyone's so quiet. It's just exciting. We love this stuff. We love this stuff.
This is how you can tell we're concentrating.
It's all part of the trading life.
Yeah. As you can tell, this is what we actually do every day. We do this live with you. So, kind of fun.
I actually want to press some buttons here. Let's see. Okay, so things to watch out here for BTC now. If that was the move, we're going to look at resistance areas here. We're looking at this pushback up now. So 27,150 now becomes an area of interest for us, a notable area. So if that was the bottom, okay, I'm not saying it is, but it's they seem to be holding it here. We're looking at that. Okay, potential rejection zone here, 27,200. Okay, let's get rid of these order blocks quickly. We're also into the Lux cloud now, so we might start getting those X's. Okay, and then guys, remember our next zone, 618. Okay. Okay, so area 1 hit. 618 at 26,300 is the next level. We know BTC likes the 618, so we will get some kind of reaction there. If we do go lower, though, we're going to need to watch that dominance, guys, because I suspect if we start going even lower now after this move, we might start having to reset where we are on some of these alts. Sol entry, lead says sol entry at Monday low. Yeah, I mean, these alts have been so stagnant. It's been very boring to watch. I mean, look at this up down on sol for a couple of days here. It's been painful. Link, same story. Link's recovered well already after that move. Render, the short still on. Look at Maker. Maker's just hanging on there for now. Look at Injective's holding. You see, it's quite interesting, guys. BTC loses that area, and these alts say, you know what, for now we've had enough, and they kind of hang around there. If that next move, then these alts are going to go. So we obviously would like to see that as the move low. Oh, this was AVAX. Somebody was asking about AVAX earlier. This is how I'm looking at things. Somebody was saying there was bullish news on AVAX or whatever the story was. Just classic bearish type setup here at the moment. So any moves up, guys, 50-day MA trend, all that sort of resistance going on here at 9.7. So any bullish moves for AVAX, the bears want to step in there and look for their shorts there. Jeez, I never get tired of this, eh? I just
No.
I love this.
No.
Okay, we want this to settle down. We want to see this reversal come now. Okay. Hang on there. Okay, guys, let's do 2 more charts quickly. I think we've got a nice move. Dinoway is asking, is there more dump coming? Look, if there's more of a dump coming, we're watching that 618 as the next area. So we've hit the first sort of region. You can see the 50-day MA is over here as well. 50-day MA is here. We've had that order block in this area. So let's see what they're going to give us. Okay, so 𝗕𝗫𝗕𝗏. Okay, guys, give us 2 fun charts here. Give us two fun coins here. Shall we do Loom? Yeah, let's look at Loom quickly.
Loom. Sure.
Oh yes, we were tracking this lovely Loom wedge here. Look at this. Nice. Here we are. We're back here. Loom seems to do its own thing. I don't think it's too responsive to what BTC does. Okay, there's a bit of a Loom range here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's put a fib from there. Don't have much fib tie in here from there. Let's see from these lows over there. I remember these fibs weren't tying in very nicely last time either. Okay, so we got horizontal, we got trend. Let's see what else we got. Order block, quite a thick red order block here for Loom. This is the 1 hour, so it is a reaction area. Yeah, so Loom, you can play this range. We've drifted to trend. It's quite easy to see where you need to be out. Okay, your exit zone reaction over here, 0.17685. But remember, if you lose a trend and you get the reaction, you're always pushing back into old support, which is, so your move is a lot shorter. Okay, so if you lose that trend, your bounce move is only a few % back up to that resistance area that you want to look for. So yeah, buys for Loom, I'd say you could try and grab it, 0.185. You want to play that potential move up. Loss of trend, And yeah, you're looking at lower potential reaction at 0.177. Okay, final update. Careful with Loom. That coin is crazy stupid. Mike wants to know chaos, CAS, spot, or leave. Does CAS, is it a buy? Let's look at CAS quickly.
Yeah.
I've lost my chart. Let's see where it is. Okay. And then we're going to give you a quick summary, guys, as to what we're looking for and where we are. And then we're going to jump. Okay, so CAS is moving into the lows from earlier. It's going to retest the 618. So interesting time here for CAS, guys. Okay, it's testing 618 trend horizontal. Okay, after a nice rejection here on the 50-day MA and horizontal. Okay, that was a nice rejection zone. Okay, what happens to CAS? Well, let's see what if we get a little wick down if they buy it up. If not, we're going to start making our way down to this area, 0.033. That's our preferred area for the longs. Okay, quick summary. Let's see where we are. We need to shift on here. Okay, so BTC 15 minutes. We had the dump. We hit our area roughly a little bit higher, but 26,700-ish. There's a reaction here at the moment. So eyes on this. We want to see the recovery now for these alts. These alts must move now. These alts have come down. They're stretching now at supports. This is their max. Okay, so we want to see them now push up. We want to see BTC push up. If BTC starts lagging around and dipping lower, I think, guys, just be prepared for some lower alts. Okay, you can see Sol here under pressure now. Okay, so we really want that BTC recovery. Let's look at GMX. It's okay, holding. RUNE still sitting on that 618, guys. You can see it's waiting for BTC now. If BTC recovers, we should be good there. Link, decent recovery. Okay. Render still short. Okay, well, that's sushi. We haven't done sushi today. CAS, watch these levels. Okay, guys, so key areas this. Watch this for a recovery. BTC next level, 26,300 is the next level. Okay, so just be careful out there. Low leverage, small positions until we know exactly what's going on here. And remember, CPI tomorrow, guys. So there's always some kind of action, even though BTC seems to be doing the opposite of the S&P at the moment. Remember, it can still react to CPI. Okay, Bruce and Dave, thank you for that.
Thank you, everybody.
Guys, we'll update in the Discord if there's anything critical, but you know the levels now, BTC. Watch them carefully. If we get a nice reaction here, it could be a good day tomorrow leading into CPI. We could have a nice move, and then we'll look at those shorts that we were talking about earlier. Okay, everybody, thank you. Catch you later.
Peace, everybody.